Good morning and welcome to day 187. Today's mantra: I bless the world because I bless myself. No one can give unless he has. In fact, giving is proof of having. We have made this point before. What seems to make it hard to credit is not this. No one can doubt that you must first possess what you would give. It is the second phase on which the world and true perception differ. Having had and given, then the world asserts that you have lost what you have formerly possessed. The truth, though, maintains that giving will increase what you possess. So I want to take a moment and just share a quick story about my life when I became a yoga teacher and I opened my yoga studio and I taught for about 2.5, 3 years. And then I opened a yoga school. I created the curriculum based on the National Yoga Alliance standards, and I created the curriculum. And then when I had my first round of teaching, my first 10 students, the amount of depth that my learning grew by me giving and teaching was phenomenal. And therefore, each time I held a school after, and every time I taught the path of yoga to the students, my learning grew deeper and deeper. My awareness grew, expanded and expanded. And it is really true that to give is to get, and to teach is to learn. So just allow that story to really help you in your own life, is that it really truly is giving is getting. Okay, so here we go, back to today's lesson. How is it possible? For it is sure that if you give a finite thing away, your body's eyes will not perceive it yours. Yet we have learned that things but represent the thoughts that make them. And you do not lack for proof when you give ideas away. You strengthen them in your own mind, as just what I was saying with my teaching. Perhaps the form in which the thought seems to appear is changed in giving, yet it must return to him or her who gives. Now, nor can the form it takes be less acceptable. It must always become more. Ideas must first belong to you before you can give them. If you are to save the world, you must first accept that salvation for yourself. But you will not believe that this is done until you see the miracles that it brings to everyone that you look upon. Herein is the idea of giving clarified and given meaning. Now you can perceive that your giving is your stored increase. Protect all things you value by the act of giving them away, and you are sure that you will never lose them. What you thought you did not have is therefore proven to be yours. Yet value not its form, for this will change and grow unrecognizable in time, however much you try to keep it safe. No form will endure forever. It is the thought behind the form of things that lives unchangeable. So give gladly. You can only gain by giving. The thought remains and grows in strength as it is reinforced by giving. Thoughts extend as they are shared, for they can never be lost. There is no giver and receiver in the sense the world conceives of them. There is a giver who retains, another who will give as well, and both must gain in this exchange, for each will have the thought in form most helpful to him or her. What he seems to lose is always something he will value less than what will surely be returned to him. Never forget, you give only to yourself. Who understands what giving means must laugh at the idea of sacrifice. Nor can you fail to recognize the many forms which sacrifice will take. You can laugh as well at pain and loss, at sickness and at grief, at poverty, starvation, and at death. He recognizes sacrifice means the one idea that stands behind them all, and in his gentle laughter are they healed. Illusion recognized must disappear. Accept no suffering, and you remove the thought of suffering. Your blessing lies on everyone who suffers when you choose to see all suffering as what it is. The thought of sacrifice gives rise to all the forms that suffering appears to take. And sacrifice is an idea so mad that sanity dismisses it at once. Never believe that you can sacrifice. There is no place for sacrifice in what has any value. If the thought occurs to you, its very presence proves that error has arisen and correction must be made. So I want to take a moment and pause here and just help you to move into the feeling sensation of this. When you feel that you have to sacrifice, that actual feeling, that awful disconnected feeling of discord in your body is actually proof that you're holding yourself away from your truth. And you need to move in the direction that sacrifice isn't real and you don't have to sacrifice, and the thoughts of sacrifice are wrong, and that we're truly one. We are connected, that we live in an expanded and abundant world. And so relinquish the thought, ask, I choose to see this differently, and then go do something to really truly give, to feel the getting. And if you don't ever feel comfortable giving, don't give in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay? You got to align to a place where giving feels good to you. Okay? So just hold that as a practice of feeling the disconnect and learning how to move yourself along the scale of alignment towards feeling better, reminding yourself, okay, there is no sacrifice. As I give, I get. So how can I give in a way that will help me to feel better right now? So your blessing, here we go, back to the course. Your blessing will correct your thought. This is given first to you, and now it is yours to give as well. No form of sacrifice and suffering can long endure before the face of one who has forgiven and has blessed himself. The lilies that your brother offers you are laid upon your altar, with the ones that you offer to him beside them. Who could fear to look upon such lovely holiness? The great illusion of the fear of God diminishes to nothingness before the purity that you will look on here. So don't be afraid to look. The blessed feeling that you will behold will take away all thought of form and leave instead the perfect gift forever there, forever to increase, forever yours, and forever given away. Now we are one in thought because fear has gone away. And here, before the altar to one God, one Father, one Creator, and one thought, we stand together as one Son of God. No separate from Him who is our source, not distant from one brother who is part of our one self, whose innocence has joined us all as one. We stand in blessedness. We give as we receive. The name of God is on our lips, and as we look within, we see the purity of heaven shine in our reflection of our Father's love. Now are we blessed, and now we bless the world. What we have looked upon, we would extend, for we would see it everywhere. We would behold this shining light with the grace of God in everyone. We would not have it withheld with anything that we look upon. And to ensure this holy sight is ours, we offer it to everything we see, because where we see it it will be returned to us in the form of lilies that we can lay upon our own altar, making it a home for innocence itself, who always dwells within us and offers us his holiness as our own. All right, let's go ahead and prepare for some quiet time. You know, when I've been meditating recently, one of the feelings that I get is that absolute pure peacefulness as I remind myself that I get to be with myself. I get to sit and tune in and align to the peace that is there within myself. And it's there, and I've felt it so many times. And I am able to just put away the phone, put away the technology, and remind myself that I want to be with myself right now. I want to feel the wholeness and the peace of what that feels like to be truly connected in a moment of time with my own self. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful space. It's a beautiful feeling that I just want to share with the entire world and show them how to do this, how to find this deep peace within our own selves. And if we do this, if we share this message and we teach people this way, this process, we will minimize so much pain. We'll eliminate so much stress. People will know what to do when anxiety rises within and they feel that disconnect. They'll know where to go. They'll know where to turn to. And that's literally like a big hug to your own self when you turn and you say, I know where to go. And it is quiet time with my own self. So let's take this time together this morning and just be with our own self, reminding ourselves of the mantra when our mind begins to wander off. And the mantra today, I bless the world because I bless myself. Let's begin. Okay, go ahead and release your mantra and take a deep breath in. Allow yourself to get grounded in your feet, in your body, and take this feeling with you as you move into your day, always remembering where you can find that deep peace. Offer kindness today. Offer blessings upon all the brothers and sisters that your eyes lay upon. This is our only work. Enjoy this beautiful day, and God bless.